Welcome to the Elise Morgan Experience, the podcast where transformation meets sass, where personal development gets a New York attitude, and where we're not afraid to tackle those controversial topics head on. I'm your host, Elise Morgan, a life coach, author, and transformational speaker on a mission to help you live a life you absolutely love. Whether you're going through a challenge or chasing dreams, we are going to unlock the secrets of the law of attraction, conquer your self-doubt, master your mind, and navigate life's curveballs with a smile. And it's not just about me talking at you. It's about us together exploring the incredible power that lies within you. So get ready to embark on an exciting journey to create a life you love with me leading the way with my unapologetic authenticity, straight talk, humor, and love. Buckle up and hit subscribe because this isn't just a podcast. It's an invitation to a life-changing experience. Let's make some magic happen. Hello, world. Welcome to the Elise Morgan Experience. I'm your host, Elise Morgan, and this is episode 5, New Year's Resolutions. This episode is called New Year's Resolutions because it's dropping right at the end of the year, 2023, while the majority of people are making their New Year's resolutions for 2024. And some of you are trying to get in as much as possible before January 1st, the very things that you may be saying to yourself that you're giving up. Partying, going out, eating, drinking, all the things. New Year's Eve is fun, but sometimes we overdo it, right? I myself am in the middle of packing for a big move down to Florida. And it's a bit crazy since it's right smack in the middle of the holiday season. But as I like to suggest to my clients and audience, I just take it a little bit at a time, planning even just 30-minute increments if I have to, and know that everything will work out. I just know that everything will work out. And then the anxiety and stress won't creep in. Plus, I'm so excited to move to a warmer climate. I am born and bred New Yorker. I've lived here all my life and I will always be a New Yorker, but I am psyched to get out of the cold and live in the Sunshine State. Anyway, I wanted to start this episode with the actual definition of what a resolution is, and there are a few of them. I don't mean to bore you, but I am going to read them. So a resolution is a formal decision made at a meeting by means of a vote. And I'll give you an example. He replied that the UN had passed 2 major resolutions calling for a complete withdrawal. Another definition is, if you make a resolution, you decide to try very hard to do something. For instance, they made a resolution to lose all the weight gained during the Christmas holiday season. Resolution is also a determination to do something or to not do something. I think I'll try a hypnotist, I said with sudden resolution. That's an example. I didn't really say that. Okay, the last and final definition that I have found is the resolution of a problem or difficulty is the final solving of it. They came to a resolution as to why the main pipe kept leaking. And there is my teaching moment for you with the definitions of resolution. So obviously, the New Year's resolution that we refer to is more on the lines of the definition of when you decide to try very hard to do something. Excuse me. I was very curious. When did the New Year's resolution begin? So, of course, I turned to Google, and by the way, how insane is Google? In seconds, you can get the answers to everything. And to this day, it freaking amazes me. I'm dating myself here, but back in the day, you had to travel to the library to research, or if you were lucky enough like myself, we had the whole encyclopedia set in our home for a quote, quick reference. And since I am a research queen, the internet is like my true BFF. Anyway, here is what I found when I looked up when the New Year's resolution began. The first New Year's resolutions date back over 4,000 years ago to ancient Babylon. The Babylonians are said to have started the tradition during Akitu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what I'm seeing. Which is a 12-day New Year's celebration. They would make promises to the gods in the hope that they would earn good favor in the coming year. During the 12-day festival, the Babylonians would plant crops, crown a new king, and make promises to the gods to pay their debts and return any borrowed items. They believed that if they kept their words, the gods would look favorably upon them. The tradition of making resolutions continued in ancient Rome. Emperor Julius Caesar introduced a new calendar in 46 BC. I think that's so cool, which declared January 1 as the start of the new year. The new date honored Roman god Janus. People would offer sacrifices to the god and make promises of their behavior. Further, in 1671, Scottish writer Anne Halkett wrote a diary entry that contained several pledges such as, "I will not offend anymore." I think that's funny also. She wrote the entry on January 2nd and titled the page, "Resolutions." By 1882, the tradition of making New Year's resolutions became common among people. So I thought that was really cool and interesting on how it all started. And I love seeing the why. I love seeing the why behind things. So I think it's great to have a reflection of your year that is coming to an end. Reflect on your accomplishments, your trials and tribulations, your shortcomings, your goals attained, and those that were not. Failure is just feedback. Having reflection is so that you can address it all to be able to move forward with improvement and information from the past year of experiences. And even the horrible experiences cultivate deep inner growth. Then, after the reflection, we are all looking forward to the year ahead with feelings of excitement, a fresh start, new beginnings, new chances, all the thoughts the New Year brings. I think the tradition is a wonderful thing and it provokes people to reflect and look ahead, right? But I personally think this type of reflection and excitement can and should be done daily. I know it's the tradition, there I am messing up my words, to do it yearly, but why not do it daily? Each day is a new beginning, and each end of the day can be a reflection and a learning experience for going forward into your tomorrow. I encourage you to take the yearly tradition into your daily life. I feel it creates a sense of well-being and a true connection to self and your desires. When it's broken down into days instead of a blanket of a year of what your resolutions are, this daily practice can keep you more accountable and you are given a new chance, new beginnings every day. Besides, doing this daily brings you closer to you. Each day you are learning who you are, how to improve, what you may or may not be doing to attain goals or to be the person you want to be. This practice helps you become aware of your thoughts and actions and keeps you in tune each day and just brings you overall awareness to how you are operating and feeling daily. In fact, doing this episode, I realized that I have been falling a tad short on doing this daily. And although I journal and meditate daily, I realized I wasn't reflecting each evening on my day as much as I'd like, and I wasn't being as clear as I wanted on my daily intentions. And I personally like to make intentions as opposed to resolutions. And in a future episode, I will get more into what intentions are in my world and how to get into the ritual of them. I love intentions, and I would like to guide you and teach you about them more in depth, in a future episode. So what I would like to do, I would like to make the intention right here now on this podcast for all the world to hear, to do more of that daily reflection and intention right there with you. So I am making the intention right here that I'm going to, in fact, start doing that more on the daily, because I fell short and I realized that here doing this episode. I also would like to say here to you, the world, that I am so grateful for 2023 and for all I experienced. I grew so much mentally and spiritually, and I realized so much of what didn't serve me. So I was able to release it. I am so grateful for all the lessons, the good, the bad, the ugly, for they created who I am here before you today. And I am so grateful for all the people I have met and for all the introspective I've had, or introspection I have had. Like I said, I mess up my words. My husband corrects me and not makes fun of me in a bad way. We giggle together on how I mess up my words sometimes. And it stinks because I was like this spelling bee winner all the time. So here I am speaking publicly and sometimes messing up my words, but that's who I am, right? And I accept it and I embrace it. Okay. I also want to declare here on my podcast for all the world to hear, I intend greatness in 2024 in relationships, in career, in health, and within. I intend quantum leaping and collapsing time in 2024 to help the world one person at a time, to love life no matter what, and to know they are worthy and deserving to be here on earth, and that they are needed and wanted. So, happy New Year, world. And till next time, I wish you much love and light.